Just here for the
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melissa Andre. I'm the Executive Director of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board, and today we're convening a session. It is Tuesday, October 7th. It is approximately 2:07 p.m. Today's categories is owner-occupied with a sprinkle of real estate. With me today is our board chair, Paula Weiss, as well as board members John O'Connor, George Matthews, and Nancy Callan. Please be aware that this is a public hearing and it is being recorded. Because the meeting is public, participants and viewers have no expectation of privacy, and by continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. This recording will be posted on the Tax Review Board's website. Paula, I think, please take it away, but I think the first case we should do is case number 2, which is 2011 South 24th Street, as they are here in the office.
Okay, so just let Ms. Dugan know that. Ms. Dugan, since you're on Zoom, I assume you can still hear me. We're going to take the case where we have a petitioner actually in our room.
No problem at all. I'm happy to wait as long as I need to.
Is your client going to be with you or be on Zoom? You're just here?
Not today. He's already testified, so I'm fine to wait as long as we need.
Okay, great. So we'll let you know when we're ready after we do this case. Okay. All right, so everybody, good afternoon. Tax Review Board hearings for October 7th, 2025 are now in session. We have a couple of administrative matters to read into the record before we move into the cases that are going to go forward today. And we're going to start with what's listed on our docket is case number 3, 1704 North Bouvier Street. Last 4 digits of the docket Q4V2. This matter is withdrawn. Case number 5 on our docket, 1017 North 45th Street. Last 4 digits of the docket, HAT9 has been continued. And then we're going to jump back up to what is listed as number 2 on our docket for 2011 South 24th Street. Last 4 digits of the docket, 615X. And I believe the petitioner is in our hearing room. Mr. McNulty, can you hear me?
Yes, it's just Nolte, no Nick.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Nolte.
That's right.
My name is Paula Weiss, Chair of the Board, Tax Review Board that's going to hear your case today. Could you please state your full name for the record?
William J. Nolte.
And Mr. Nolte, do you swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to turn to the city representatives first so that we can get the numbers and dates that are being contested by you on our record, and then we'll come back and you'll have an opportunity to explain to our board why you're here today and what you're looking for from us. So who has this matter for the city?
I do. This is actually probably the first time you guys have done one of these. This is a low income freeze. So he doesn't owe us any money. He applied for the low income freeze, which allows him to get a refund if his of what his taxes, of the difference between his taxes in a particular year and any year going forward. All right. Yeah, it's yet another program devised by City Council to give away all our tax money.
Thank you, Mr. Wakefield.
Basically, in this particular case, Mr. Nolte did not complete the application or send in all of the information that was requested. So the city requested him to supplement it. He did not. He elected not to supplement it, so we denied him. At the master hearing, it was explained to him that if he just filled, because he has time, because the deadline for this thing is ridiculous. It's like November. So it was explained to him that what he should do is fill out a new application and put all of the information to that application, and then we could go ahead and approve him. Rather than do that, he has appealed, but basically the information is missing, right? There's income information, there's information about the household and everything that wasn't included. So, but literally all he has to do is fill out a new application and make sure he fills it all out. And when we send him a letter that says, hey, we need more information, just give us the information. So
all right,
he can get into it.
Okay. Do you have a copy or available so that we can actually see what the application looks like, or is that not possible today?
It is not possible today.
All right.
Sorry.
So let's go back then. Mr. Nolte, Mr. Wakefield has said The stumbling block is not that you would not qualify necessarily. The stumbling block is that the city does require certain information before they will admit you, not any taxpayer or homeowner, into a specific relief program. So where do you stand with that?
Well, the last hearing, they told me to go to the Community Legal Services Building. They said they'll help you with the application and everything. I went over there, they said, well, I said, when do you want me to go? He said, right now. So I went over there and the guy practically threw me out. He said, we're closed. He said, I wish they'd stop sending people over here. And I seen some girl standing right near the entrance and she had a community legal shirt on. So I said there, do you work here? She said, yes. I said, well, City Hall just sent me over here. I said, I'm supposed to get forms and they're supposed to help me fill them out. She said, do you have an appointment? I said, no. And then she just walked away. She went upstairs. I didn't know what to do then. I was like,
Ms.
Yeah.
Dugan, you're back.
Hi.
Can you give us some guidance here?
Yeah,
please?
so I think this happens occasionally that people get sent to community legal services, but are not told which location to go to and when our intake
Yeah.
hours are.
You're
You can't just
muffled.
walk into our Center City building.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Is
all
that
right,
better?
try again, Ms.
That's a
Dugan.
little bit better.
Yeah. All right, so Mr. Wakefield, did you state though that the application was at least partially filled out?
It was partially filled out. It was not completely filled out. And again, all we asked him to do was come down to our building and fill out the application again. If somebody there suggested he go to community legal services, that's
Okay,
Okay,
between
I
him
don't
and
remember.
from here, they
Yeah.
told
Let's
me
stop. All right, so let's
The-
stop. Mr. Wakefield, where in the municipal services building should he be directed to go?
if he goes to the concourse,
Mm-hmm.
so basically, sir, that's the basement,
Do you
right?
know where the municipal services building is, Mr. Nolte, right across from City Hall?
Yeah, the municipal services building. Yeah.
Okay, in the
Yeah.
downstairs in the concourse. Go ahead, Mr. Wakefield.
If he gets in line, somebody can get him the application.
The what line?
If he just
There's a
gets
line
into,
for a customer service line.
yeah, somebody can get him the application, and if he fills it out and turns it in, it'll be timely.
So,
Because-
Mr. Nolte, are you able to fill out a form and an application with your financial information, your income, or whatever
Yeah,
else?
I have that stuff with me.
Okay.
No, listen, excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
All right, go ahead.
But they initially said I was turned down because my identification card had run out, the time ran out. Well, I have colon cancer right now. And I had it back then, but I really wasn't looking at dates. I had more in my mind than that.
We understand.
And I still have colon cancer. They took out 11 inches of my colon last time I was there.
I hope you're
Sorry,
doing,
sir.
you're doing well. And we do want to help you get this application completed. Mr. Wakefield, will somebody, if he has all of his paperwork with him, would somebody down there help him make sure
They can't help him fill it out.
Okay.
Right. But sir, what it sounds like is that they had asked you by letter to get them a new copy of like a driver's license or something. Have you renewed your driver's license or your
I don't have a
identification?
driver. I don't have a driver.
Your ID card?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah,
Is it
it's
Is
up to
it-
date now.
it's
Yeah.
up to date now?
Okay.
Great. Then it sounds like you have all this stuff that you need. So if you just fill the form out again with your updated card, it shouldn't be a problem.
So what Mr. Wakefield is saying is that it does appear that you will qualify for this program. They just need to finalize the information. So if you have it with you, you can go now to the Municipal Services Building downstairs in the concourse and get the appropriate forms to get into this
A form.
program. Pardon
I
me?
will print him a form. I'll print him a form.
Oh, all right, Miss, we'll actually give it to you in
Okay.
our office where you are. So why don't you sit tight for a minute? So Mr. Wakefield, then does this become a no action needed for us?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So Ms. Andre, Mr. Nolte, Ms. Andre in our office is going to give you the form. You don't have to. And then can he mail it in?
I thought this was about the Homestead Act, though.
No.
No, this is the long term. What is it, Mr. Wakefield?
The low income
freeze.
freeze.
Freeze. Homestead, if you live in the property, should be just a click online to.
I don't have a computer.
He doesn't have a computer, Mr. Wakefield.
If he goes to the concourse and asks for the homestead, they can help him out.
Okay, so if you can still go over to MSB and they will do it for you. Okay.
Did the Homestead too?
Yeah, he may have to go down to OPA, but if he does, they'll be able to tell him that.
Okay, so yes, they can help you with both, actually. And Ms. Andre is going to give you the form that you need. And once the forms are filled out, you should be able to then get the benefits of both the homestead exemption as well as the low income freeze program. Okay, so we're going to mark this for the tax review board, no action needed, because the city is already going to pick this up for you once you fill out the forms. John?
John O'Connor, I concur.
George?
George Matthews, I concur.
Nancy?
Nancy Callan, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur. All right, so Mr. Nolte, why don't you step out of the room? Ms. Andre is going to meet you and give you the forms that you need for the freeze, the low income freeze program. If you go back over to MSB in the concourse, they will tell you how to get set up for the homestead exemption as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So thank you for coming in. Hopefully this all gets worked out for you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. All right. We're going to move on. Ms. Dugan. Welcome back again. We're going to move on to case number 4, which is 315 North 61st Street. Last 4 digits to the docket, MN5H. I believe this was continued from a prior hearing where we did take testimony from Mr. Butcher, the petitioner, as well as information from the city. So we were coming back for, I believe, an additional city witness, but I don't know that that's working out. So hang on, Ms. Dugan. Mr. Wakefield.
Yes, so the board had asked that the revenue investigator who went out be brought as a witness. That revenue investigator is no longer employed by the city. I do not know the terms of their separation. I just know that they're not here anymore, so we can't produce them.
Okay.
So
what is your position now?
Our position is that there is sufficient evidence to suggest that there is fraud. So number one, we have the revenue investigator who went out who said he didn't know that the 2 people who are living in the house that he spoke to were unaware of who their landlord was. They were paying like a realtor. They had never met the landlord. If he was living in the basement, you would think they would have met him. Secondly, from what I understand, he's not including this rental income in his application. I checked the docket today. He hasn't filed to eject the 2 people who are living in the property, which if there were 2 people living in the property rent-free, as he claims, you would have expected to see some sort of ejectment or something. So it's the city's position that he's renting this out, that this is a rental property. The reason he hasn't moved against these people is they're paying him rent, which he's living on. And so we would ask that it be denied.
Ms. Dugan?
All right, can you hear me with this mic?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, I mean, as to Mr. Wakefield's first argument, that is based on the, secondhand testimony of the investigator. I have not seen a report. I have not had a chance to cross-examine that investigator. When I lived in Center City during law school, I paid my rent to a property manager. I never met the other people in my building. I wouldn't know the name of the owner of my building, so it's not inconsistent with Mr. Butcher's testimony, which was done, if you'll remember, from his home, that the people living upstairs do not know who he is. They know there's like a random guy in some basement apartment. As to that second argument, so Mr. Butcher has retained an attorney to file an ejectment I'd be happy to circulate a copy of the retainer letter, which I just got. I have personally spoken to the attorney. Mr. Butcher is trying to come up with the filing fee money because unfortunately CLS cannot represent him in that case. He is not receiving rental income as he testified to you. He had been receiving that. Tenants stopped paying rent. He's not making that an income, but he is taking serious and significant steps to clear out this house so he can move into the rest of the house. And I will also note that the sole reason Mr. Butcher's UPA application was denied was you have failed to establish residency in the home. So if you believe that Mr. Butcher was testifying from his home at the last hearing, I would say anything as to what the investigator said is not within reason to consider, given Mr. Wakefield's inability to produce that person.
Thank you. Anybody on the board have any questions? Do we want to
No.
step back for a minute? And we have the documentation, we have the information from the last hearing, just a summary from the attorneys. Why don't we step back for a minute and have a conversation?
Okay, everyone hold tight.
Everybody sit tight.
You have to wait for George to
Yep.
do whatever.
All right, I believe that we are back in session. I see John,
Yep, everyone's back.
George. Okay, everyone's back. All right, everyone, the tax review board is back in session. We did step back just to kind of really refresh our recollection, and look over some of the documents and discuss, where this stands. And we do believe in this situation, the petitioner has met his burden of proof, for his petition to be able to be granted permission essentially to reapply for the UPA program. And so we're going to grant that, Ms. Dugan. And, we believe that having seen the documents as well as the testimony, a PGW bill, a bank account, driver's license, we had the petitioner's testimony, and I guess essentially a video, right? He was there, of his inhabiting the house, that we are accepting that as sufficient. So, Ms. Dugan, he'll get, I guess, are you on our correspondence? Monique, is the correspondence going to Ms. Dugan for this?
Hold on.
I've been getting the hearing notices, if that.
Okay, you're getting the hearing. Okay, so
Yes,
you'll
yeah.
get the letter. There'll be a
Okay.
letter in about 2 weeks with the decision.
Yes,
And I assume that you can then guide your client towards the application process to be accepted into the program.
Will do.
Okay,
All
so
right, thank
thank
you.
you very much. Have a good
That concludes my business. Can I be excused?
Absolutely. Have a good afternoon.
You too, thanks.
All right.
John
and we are-
O'Connor, I concur.
Okay, thank you. George,
George Matthews, I concur.
Nancy,
Nancy Callahan, I concur.
and Paula Weiss, I concur. So that decision will go out in the mail within about 2 weeks. And we are going to move on
Thank you.
on our docket. Once I find the docket again.
Uh,
Case number 6,
Yes.
which is 4939 Chestnut Street, last 4 digits of the docket 3820. This is a real estate case appealing interest and penalty. So petitioner is in our hearing room. Mr. Williams,
Good afternoon, members of the panel.
good afternoon. My name is Paula Weiss, Chair of the Tax Review Board, and we'll be hearing this matter for you today. Could you please state your full name for the record?
Marshall L. Williams.
And Mr. Williams, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I swear.
Thank you. We're going to turn to the city representatives first in order to have the dollar amounts and dates in controversy placed on our record, and then we will come back and you'll have an opportunity to explain to the board why you're here today and what you're looking for from us. Okay, so
I have
Mr.
one quick
Wake,
question. I
sure.
have one quick question. I prepared 1 or 2 items that might be considered as attachments or exhibits, and I'm wondering how I would communicate those to the panel.
You know what? Someone's going to come in and get them. Monique, can you pick those up?
as soon as Marge reads the numbers in, I'll go run and
Okay.
get them.
We'll take those from you and distribute them.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Wakefield, Marge is here to read the numbers, I presume.
Yes, Marge, if you could put the numbers on the docket.
After I
Yes.
swear you in. Yes. Could you state your full name and position with the city?
Hi, my name is Marge Dillon. I work for the City of Philadelphia's Audit Department.
And Ms. Dillon, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Okay. Could we have the dollar amount?
Okay, this is for real estate 1997 through 2024. Principal, $73,140.33. Penalty, $2,055.97. Interest, $3,564.07, totaling $72,909.12.
Wait, 72,000? You said the principal was 73,000.
Yeah, Marge, I have very different numbers.
Well, okay. Well, I had to take off 24, 25 and 26. So that couldn't have been.
Hold
So
on.
this is what I have in Prism. Let me-
Philadelphia Tax Center shows so these are the numbers that I have, which is 31,000. So principal of $31,277.95.
Oh,
Interest of $34,481.59. Penalty of $1,963.88. Other of $7,199.68. For a total, then there have been some payments. The total is $75,342.21.
And Mr. Wakefield, are the dates the same, 97 to 2024?
Yes, and actually, the balance. Sorry, I had to take off the balance. That's 97 to 23, and it's $71,198.63. Just before we get started and before we spend any time on
Wait, I
this,
need that number again.
Yeah.
To be one.
the total is $71,198.63.
And that's if we only go through 23.
That's through 23. If you
Okay,
give
all right.
so before we get anywhere.
Okay.
There is a decree on this property that was entered. Hold on. It was entered in 2023. And there was an appeal that was unsuccessful to the Commonwealth Court. So these amounts are adjudicated. And this board no longer has any jurisdiction over those numbers. Those numbers are set in stone.
Including the interest and penalty?
Including the interest and penalty, because he had to raise any defense thereto under the MCTLA. So if he was going to argue that he was entitled to some sort of waiver of interest and penalty, the court made an adjudication that the liens are good, that they're valid, that the amounts are valid. So everything through 2023 is adjudicated. Depending on when on the date of his petition, he may have a timely petition for 2024. What is the date of his petition?
January 27th. Something. Wait a minute. Give me a minute. 2022.
So this actually goes back to 2022. Okay,
Right.
then yes. So he doesn't have a petition for 24 or 25, and all the years.
Hold on. No, it stops in 22.
Right, and so all the years under petition are res judicata.
Okay, so before we move on to what we may be able to listen to, Mr. Williams, Mr. Wakefield, the city's attorney, is telling us that this matter has already been determined by a higher court, by the Court of Common Pleas. Are you familiar with that the city has already taken you to court over these and gotten a final determination?
I am aware that the city did get take me to court and got a decree, but that was back in 2022, I believe, which was appealed to the Commonwealth Court, and subsequently appealed to the decision from the Commonwealth Court was appealed to the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, where it now sits. I respectfully object to Mr. Wakefield's assumption that that is res judicata, because the matter that was appealed was concerned actual notice of the decree and a hearing which demonstrated that in fact the decree was not properly served, and that is one of the reasons why it was appealed and why it now rests with the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania.
Well, that is outside the jurisdiction of this board to determine. If you're telling me that this case and the matters that you're talking about are already sitting in the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, this board would have no authority to review any of this. I mean, once it goes through the Court of Common Pleas, Commonwealth Court, and it's sitting in the Supreme Court docket, perhaps for action, you are well beyond anything that this board would have any authority over.
Well, I would respectfully ask the board to consider any interest, penalties, any amounts of taxes that were owed prior to 2022, and I believe it was November 2022 when the matter was heard in the Commonwealth Court. I mean,
but I believe Mr. Wakefield has stated that the decree covers all of those. It doesn't just cover 2022 because it was filed or heard in 2022. It actually covers all of the years that you are seeking review for. Is that correct, Mr. Wakefield?
Yes, actually, the decree was entered in 2023. So it covers absolutely all years up through and including 2022, which were liened as of January of 2023. Further, it is not sitting at the Supreme Court. Mr. Williams filed a late petition for aliquotter, which has not been granted. Further, under Pennsylvania law, an appeal does not act as supersedious, which means that since we prevailed at the Court of Common Pleas and we prevailed at the Commonwealth, because his petition for appeal is not supersedious, res judicata does as a legal matter apply. So yes, he is barred for all years under the petition.
Okay, so all the way back to 2013. Just to be clear.
All the way back to 1997.
97. Okay, because petition starts in 2013. That's why
yeah.
I was using
Okay.
2013.
Yes.
Again, I take respectfully, I take exception to Mr. Wakefield's analysis and his presentation of what the law is with respect to the decree that was entered back in 2023. I think he's.
Mm-hmm.
Just since he's probably going to appeal this, I think I should probably make another statement for the record.
I'm just simply.
We would actually like you to present us with the decree for the record too, Mr. Wakefield. I know you can't do that today.
I actually can share my screen.
Okay.
So if you give me just a second, I can do that. Hold on. Put a new matter. So if you give me just a moment, I will share my screen, and then I will also email it to Melissa so that you have it.
Thank you.
I'm saving it so I can email it. So just give me one moment here. Let me figure out how to share my screen. Here we go. All right. And then, so you guys should be able to see it. Do you guys see it now? It says in the Court of Common Pleas of Philadelphia County.
Yep. Stop. Can you zoom in?
I can. Hold on.
Because I can't. I can see it. Oh, very good. Great. Thank you.
All right. So as you can see here, here's Judge Roberts' signature on the decree itself. I'm going to show you now the docket. So the docket shows that on May 2nd of 2023 is when that order was actually docketed. So you should be able to see that. As you can see here, in June, he took the appeal to the Commonwealth Court. Mr. Williams did not actually file his brief in the Commonwealth Court. After a year, they quashed the appeal. 60 days after that, he filed a nunc-pro-tunc petition for aliquotter. I do have one more argument just because.
Before you do that, could you go back to the decree just so we can see the top caption and
yes.
Information?
So the docket number there is 2210, T as in Tom, 0114. So it is the October term of 2022. Docket number T0114 is the case that has the final order.
And where are the numbers or the years? Are they in this decree?
So they're in the petition. But basically, the decree is for all years that are under appeal. Like it's for any years that come due. So here is I'm going to show you here's the petition. And the petition says all the taxes that are in exhibit.
You know what? Zoom in.
Yes. So as you can see here, it's everything that's in Exhibit A and additional allowable amounts which are fully recoverable in this action. So in paragraph 3, we asked for any amounts that continue to accrue prior to the issuance of the decree, right? So, and then when we go down to Exhibit A, it's basically, hold on here. Here we go. So these are what we asked for, and then we asked for anything that came due and owing. So as you can see, 2022 did not at the time have a lien. But because by operation of the Municipal Claims and Tax Liens Act, a lien was entered for 2022 in January of 2023. And so the petition asked for all years which are liened. And since in May of 2023, the lien had been filed for 2022, 2022 then became part of the case.
Okay. All right, so does this look familiar to you, sir?
It does not in that particular form. However, after the hearing was held, an appeal was filed disputing all of the interest, the penalties, as well as the actual taxes.
Okay, so that's what's in them, but then that means that this is in a different forum. This is not in front of the tax review board.
Right.
This is in front of, well, I'm not sure who at this point, but not this, you have already taken steps to request whatever relief you're looking for in a forum that exceeds the jurisdiction of the tax review board. So I think at this point, I don't believe that there would be any action that this board would have the authority to undertake. John, what are you thinking?
John O'Connor, I would certainly concur with that. It's in the Commonwealth Court and possibly an appeal before the Supreme Court. So there's nothing we can do with it.
All right, so we would then enter a decision of no action needed. George?
Or we deny the petition?
I think lack of jurisdiction, no
Yes,
action.
like a jurisdiction, we deny the petition. We cannot hear it.
Right.
But I would respectfully request that that the panel state what your decision is, because it seems to be some variance between the board members.
Well, we're discussing it, but Melissa, do we want to go back?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody sit tight. Okay, I think we have everyone back. The board did have a conversation to take into consideration what both Mr. Wakefield and Mr. Williams have explained to us. And it is our decision that because this matter has already had a decree entered by the Court of Common Pleas that actually covers the years that were part of this tax review board petition, that the board is going to deny this petition for lack of jurisdiction, that this is not a matter that we have any any authority over at this point in time because of higher court decisions. Can I get concurrence from board members? John?
John O'Connor, I concur.
George?
George Matthews, I concur.
Nancy?
Nancy Callen, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur. So you will get, Mr. Williams, you will get a letter from the tax review board in about 2 weeks, in about 2 weeks with that decision, that this matter is denied because this board does not believe we have jurisdiction in this matter. Either party may appeal to the Court of Common Pleas within 30 days, should they so desire, and that information will be on the letter. So thank you for coming in and good luck with this matter.
Thank you.
And we're going to go back. All right, we're going to go back to our docket, and I believe the only remaining matter is case number 1 for 5617 North 15th Street, last 4 digits of the docket, ZUVJ. Miss Andre, is anyone here for the petitioner?
No, it is approximately 2:48 p.m. and there's no one here in the tax review board's office at 100 South Broad Street, nor is there anybody in the virtual waiting room.
Thank you. Mr. Wakefield, is there anything you can tell us about this petitioner or this case that you want to add?
Yes, so Mr. Scrow was representing them. He withdrew his appearance. So it is my understanding, actually, that the family is selling the property. They made a representation to the Court of Common Pleas 2 months ago that they had a buyer for the property and that they were going to pay the taxes off. So it's
Okay.
likely that they're just withdrawing.
So, well, since we have not heard from anybody, we do know that Mr. Scrow had withdrawn, but we have not heard from the petitioner and have no information. I'm going to recommend that we deny this petition for failure to appear. So,
John O'Connor, I concur.
George?
George Matthews, I concur.
Nancy?
Nancy Callen, I concur.
And Paula Weiss, I concur. So this petitioner will get a letter from the tax review board that this matter has been denied for failure to appear. And I believe that completes the docket for today.
That is
Thank you.
correct.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Enjoy
Bye.
the afternoon. See you
Thank
next
you.
Tuesday.
Patty.
Take care,
Bye.
everyone.
See you
Bye.
soon.